Whereas have you got a sort of a story, perhaps, Max, on a brutal pre-season where you're like, this is the worst thing that's ever happened to me in my life?
The worst pre-season I ever had was 2013 at the Melbourne Rebels. Oh my Lord. This is before they had like a domestic comp. So the S&C had you for such a long period of time because the Super Rugby was quite a short season. Mate, 40 degs, like 42 degs, and you're playing like you're doing running for days. Australians love running. So you're just running. So my forte in the weights room was just not a thing. It was all about how far you could run conditioning games, just mad fitness. Tony began just screaming, hurling abuse at you. Then on like the staggered days in between the Tuesday and the Thursday, you did like King of the Hill. And it was just like sweaty wrestling, just dying in like the midday sun of Australia. Victoria. Oh my God, it's not for everyone. There were guys like collapsing with heat exhaustion, like Lockie Mitchell, and they just put them in this frosty ice paddling pool. Come back to life, sir. Come back. And it was, oh my, I was like, this is definitely breaching health and safety protocols, but I'm all for it.
Can you top that, Ryan?
Well, I don't know what's worse, boiling hot of Australia or freezing cold of Scotland. I've done a few dodgy ones. Going up to Condor with the Marines is pretty bad. Laughing and joking on the bus on the way up there, and then you literally get there and what's the matey off of Who Dares Wins? Ant Middleton. Imagine like a cheap knockoff version of Ant Middleton screaming at you as soon as you walk off the bus. Boys are laughing and joking. Get in there, get your clothes off, get your kit on, get in a plank. You're like, what? Hold on a minute. This is escalated. Boys have just been in the service station at Burger King holding a plank for like 20 minutes just straight off the bus to, like a full weekend of just getting punished in the North Sea with all your clothes on, crawling around on the beach. Finished it off with a kidnapping. Lo and behold, who gets kidnapped? Old Muggins over here, sandbag over the head, middle of the night, arrested, thrown in the back of a Land Rover. Yeah, it's not what you do it for, is it? The other ones have been pretty bad. World Cup pre-seasons are the worst, I'd say. We got sent to the top of some mountain at altitude. Font Romeu it was called, where Mo Farah used to go and train for his long-distance running. We're doing rugby drills in the middle of the pitch. Everyone's dying. He's running around the outside of the track, just lapping it, giving it the old... So I've had a few weird ones, but nah, nothing I enjoy, mate. Nothing I enjoy.
Has there been a player, though, who's come back where you're like, ooh, he's had a great summer, but he is in dreadful, dreadful shape?
Oh. There's so many.
Go on, Max. Throw someone out.
Point them out.
London Irish. Who was the... it was usually Steph Armitage. He had a hell of a palate. He loved all the yummy foods.
He looks like he plays out of position, doesn't he?
He'd come back, and him and Al Ryan. So Al Ryan's now head of Toulouse. They'd have the biggest barneys about his skinnies. It was so funny. Like, no, I'm better fat. I'm way better fat. I need it for bumping people. I need it for collisions. I need it to be happy. I was like, fair play. He's playing class.
That's a pretty good argument, isn't it? It's a pretty good argument. I remember we had a guy, Mike Cusack, absolute legend, front rower again, and he'd come up from Leeds. We went again. It was Font Romeu, who was ready to go, trying to get into the World Cup squad, and we were doing like these 30 on, 30 off. And bless his soul, we were doing 30 on, 30 off. But whilst we were doing the 30 minutes, 30 seconds of rest, he's just getting back in, go again, and off we go. Oh, right. Big old Mike Cusack, what a legend of a man! But hey, these boys up the front of the scrum, Mark, they've got to have a bit of weight about them. So I do feel for them in pre-season. I feel for them a lot.
Is there a club that does pre-season like the best? Like they nail pre-season way above anybody else.
I don't know. All pre-seasons are hard as far as I can tell in the top level.
Yeah, I think they are hard. I think they're all horrible, but it's where you're doing them. That's probably the key to it, isn't it? Like, especially with COVID at the moment, we're stuck. I've done 12 years of pre-season at Glasgow. The furthest we've gone is Largs or Condor, the Marines camp. So we ain't going anywhere special. There was chat of Ibiza for a laugh, and then that got kibosh. But I don't know. I don't know whether many of these teams. You've been to a few Prem teams, Max. Yeah. Any of those Prem teams go away?
Oh, I haven't had too many like Fairyland ones. I've been to Browns. Did you ever go there?
Yeah. Been to Browns.
That's lovely. And they give you that one off day in the week and you're all down to Albufeira getting weird with the locals, and the Spanish police don't really like you. The Portuguese police not loving you at all. I had some good times there with Bath, actually. That was funny.
Yeah, see, that's what you want. You want to go away. You want to go abroad. If I was a coach and I had a budget, I'd get them abroad. You get them out of the way of everything else and go away. That's the best way to build. That's the other thing that pre-season's for, isn't it? Building that team morale, building that culture, getting the boys away together. If you're stuck at home, it's finished at the end of the day, you go back, moan to the wife and the kids, and it's just a normal day. Whereas when you're away together as a group, it's a good laugh. Well,
we heard a lot about Barry's rewards, kind of big victories and things with like massive smash sessions, and a few that, you know, for the biggest of victories that carried on for quite some time. Have you guys got any good ones from your end?
Never in pre-season. So like, we'd never have anything like that in pre-season. There's obviously like, you get the odd week off sometimes after a heavy block, and then some boys go on a big group lands band to like tour. But otherwise, nothing like the way Sarries did it. Because Sarries would have the odd like, I don't know when all their things are. Are they at the end of pre-season? Or
no, they're not. No. They're mid-season. Those piss-ups they go on are mid-season. After a game, they beat us up at Glasgow, and they were all jumping on a flight going somewhere down in Spain or something like that.
The stories you know about those though, like the one where they all get handed like a random destination, and then they all have to meet up somewhere. That sounded epic.
Wait, tell me a bit more about that. They were just sent out to like random places.
So they were in groups. So a group, like little groups, they all get sent to like these random destinations, but then they all had to meet at, I can't remember the complete specifics, but they all had to meet. They had to all meet at one destination at a day, and the party continued essentially. That's the gist I got from it. I was like so jealous at the time.
If we just move on now to Quade Cooper over the weekend, what amazing performance from him. Dream return to the Aussie side, slots the winner, winning conversion at the death, winning penalty at the death to beat the Bots 28-26. How impressed, right from your perspective, how impressed were you with that performance?
Oh man, how good, eh? Like you see, again, I follow this guy on Instagram, don't know him personally, but you see all the stuff he's doing in the background. He's always doing stuff. He's not forever on there. And you're wondering, where is he? What's he doing? But yeah, so good to see. And the way he did it as well. Like, what, he's got 8 out of 8 or 9 out of 9? Oh man, watching the game, your heart was in your throat right at the end when it looked like him and Hooper were having a questioning who was going to take that kick. By the sounds of it, he said, "Listen, I've got this one." Hooper was saying, "No, it's out your range." And that's a little bit of magic, to go, no, I've got this, and slot that to win it. And then suddenly he's getting his citizenship. Well, yeah, okay, so that's the most crazy bit of this. I know we won't go, let's not jump too far forward, but so what? Hold on a minute.
It's outrageous, isn't it? Oh.
Well, what are the thoughts on that? What are the thoughts? You know, he's what, 71 tests? Is it kind of a disgrace in a way that he's never been offered it previously, represented, you know, Australia 71 times?
Well, like, what was the reasoning? Was that you have to be in Australia for a certain period of time to get your citizenship, without leaving, and obviously he's a pro sportsman, so he's got to take care of himself financially, so he's going to be dotting around. But he spent a few spells in Toulon, and he went to Japan for a bit. So I think they altered the ruling, but I think it was galvanized by that performance for like extraordinary people, so like artists, sportsmen and stuff, for Australian citizenship. So if it was extraordinary circumstances like the fact with Cooper,
I'll tell you, see when you're reading up on it, because I went and had a little look and to read up on it a bit more. It's so Australian, isn't it? The lady, Christina Keneally, said, and this is Labour Home Office Affairs spokesperson, so I'm guessing she's pretty high up there. A bloody great outcome for Quade in Australia. But you ever heard someone from like the UK go, bloody good idea that. She's stuck it straight out there, and how Aussie can you get? But man, that is mental. I think the right thing, like the guy's been there since he was like 13 years old. Like you said, 70 caps. yeah, he's in and out because he's got to go to work. It's just,
I think
are
there's
like
more overseas Aussies in there, like in the starting lineup. No disrespect to the guys that are in there. They're just so young in their careers, and like going to like that test arena by the All Blacks and the Bockies, they're coming up against some serious experience, but I suppose it will serve them all very well in the future. But there's so many great Aussie players. Like, imagine getting Skelton involved. Like, that bloke is a freak show of lock.
Yeah,
like,
he's a big man. He's a big man.
There's stuff he does that no other lock can do on the planet, like the way he shreds mauls and stuff. Sick at carrying. And then where's KB? Like, where's Curtly Beale? Whenever you play him, you're playing like 15 Curtly Beales. Another freak show. There's just so much talent that they aren't like resourcing, but Dave Rennie's a better man than me. He knows what he's doing.